Okay. Hi.
Hi dear.
So a couple of years ago, we did an interview about leadership of the new kind. So I thought 2 years later be a good time to revisit. Okay.
I
So
think it's a good idea
okay.
because now you are in university, you are much smarter, unlike what happened 2 years ago.
Okay.
Go for it.
So I just have some questions written to help me
Sure.
keep my train of
That's
thought.
fine.
Okay, so firstly, you speak about leadership of the new kind, and to me that says that you probably think something is not working well with leadership today as it is. So what is that?
Good question. I'll go straight to the answer. If I'll ask you now, what's the difference between me and, let me just pick Rantina. Hi dear, and Rantina. What's the difference between me and her? Apart from the fact that,
I don't know. It's so.
yeah, that she's hairier and, well, maybe I'm not sure exactly. Yeah.
It's so.
No, seriously. What's the difference between a human being
Yeah.
and any other living being on Earth? What makes a human unique
Okay.
and special?
So we know, and a lot of people know, I've learned about it in science classes and whatever, is that humans they're more intelligent, basically.
Yeah.
But also, we know that other animals are intelligent as well, and we have proof of that, and dolphins and whatever. But I think humans have a certain level of creative intelligence that separates them from other.
I think it's an excellent answer because that would be possibly, that over the years, scientists, anthropologists, biologists, zoologists philosophers try to ask and answer the question, so how, in what way a human is superior? That was
I'm
really
taking
the drive.
3 of those classes in university right now, and
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly. And everything that they tried didn't quite work, meaning, okay, we're using tools, but then many other creatures use tools, and we are intelligent, but as you said, dolphins are intelligent. But there is something that you termed as creative, and I absolutely agree, but I would put it a bit differently. I would say this. The difference between me and Rantina, apart from the obvious ones, is that she doesn't want to be anything else.
Okay.
She doesn't wake up in the morning and says, okay, how shall I start today differently? What new goals or new challenges do I want to take today? The human is just printed with this drive. So if we put a name to it, people are driven to evolve, people are driven to develop. Now you ask me what's wrong with leadership today? Leadership today is really working in a way that by 99% it blocks development. It really blocks development. So I'll give you just 2 or 3 examples, just that you understand what I'm talking about. You remember how when you were young and we bought you this, it's not here, it's downstairs, but this small microscope that is really like, a kind of stereoscopic magnifying glasses.
Yeah.
You remember what you did with it?
Yes, I brought foreign insects into the house
Exactly.
every day, and
Exactly. And as much as they were kind of creepy sometimes, they were super beautiful. I actually remember the bug that you bought one day that looked just tiny. I don't know even how you spotted it. But then
fuzzy kind of and white. Was it that one or?
No, the one that sparked like lightning under the microscope, you remember?
Oh yeah.
And it had turquoise colors and reddish colors. And we looked, and up until now, I don't know what caused this lightning to come out from it every few seconds, but that was, and suddenly it disappeared, It might be still hovering around in the house, doing lightnings. But the thing is that what you did is very characteristic for every young child. Every young child is a bit of a scientist because they are very inquisitive. And when we go to school, most schools, and again, I don't want to be hard on schools. There are many teachers who are doing fantastic
But
jobs.
the general system
The
is
general
not
system is
working
really,
well. And
exactly.
yeah, because I noticed that with the kids that I worked with at the armory when I taught them science and stuff on the weekends, and the younger ones especially, like they do have that natural curiosity and they're very interested in it, because obviously I don't teach them in a way that is not going to be interesting for
Sure.
them. They don't have like homework and tests, and we do experiments and they love it and they ask why about everything. But at a certain age, I notice it's like kind of a similar age for all of them, but at some point when all these external influences are introduced into their lives about just teaching or whatever in general, school, other things as well, like technology, it starts to dampen that natural curiosity
Absolutely.
that they should still have at that age.
Absolutely. And good. What was the age of the children you worked with in the armory?
So like 4 to 13 different
Right.
groups, so they weren't all mixed
Yeah.
together.
And I'm
but-
sure you probably noticed that the young ones were highly curious.
Yeah.
And with the older ones, you sometimes had to persuade them until they
Yes.
opened up and became curious.
Yes.
And that shouldn't be the case. It really shouldn't be the case.
Yeah.
It's not like they are going through any natural process that's supposed to stop their interest. No, no, no. But what happened, and you saw because of your teacher, who was really an amazing teacher, you didn't stop being interested in life.
Mm-hmm.
You continue to be very interested in life. So leadership of today, and what we generally refer to in the program as leadership of the old kind, is geared towards stopping the development, not necessarily because people consciously want people to stop developing, even though in history it happened, but because the system is built on rewards and punishments.
Yeah.
That's the basic premise, meaning, you do well, I'll give you a good grade, you don't do well, I'll give you a bad grade, and you'll be stigmatized. And the same thing happens in the business world. You do well, you get a bonus, you don't do well, and so forth. And of course, there are certain exceptions to this rule, but leadership of the old kind fails to fulfill that basic drive that is so natural to humans and no other animal or other creature alive on planet Earth actually exhibits. And this is my first answer to why the leadership today doesn't work. I can say more about it, but that's my first answer. That's the core answer. Then I can say that also, it kills motivation many times and many other things.
Yeah.
We'll come to it maybe later.
Okay. Well, thank you. And I guess I'll move on to the next question. So there are a lot of problems and issues in our world that I'm sure we're all aware of, like, economy, water, food shortages, and now this COVID-19 thing, obviously. So why focus on leadership right now and bother with that when there's all these other problems?
The fact is, if you mention COVID-19, the fact is that did you make the decision to quarantine us because we live here in New York?
No.
You didn't, okay. So somebody made this decision.
Yeah.
Okay. So usually we refer to these decision makers as leaders.
Mm-hmm.
I will argue that many of them don't qualify to be leaders.
Yeah, I agree, but that's just generally how they're referred.
Yeah. So when you were born, and again, for that matter, every child, we are born into a situation of leadership, meaning somebody is going to make decisions for us.
Yeah.
Like, we make decisions for you, not anymore, but we make decisions for you.
Because when I'm an infant, I can't just decide, all right,
Sure.
I'm going to move out, I'm going to start my life.
Yeah. You go to school, that's a situation where people make decisions for you.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I can say that every of the problems that you mentioned, and I can mention more, gender gap, equal opportunities, race, wars, peace, and so forth, all of them require leaders to make decisions, or people at leadership positions to make
Yeah.
decisions. So one way or another, if you want to really give a serious go at solving certain big problems of the world, we need to pay attention to how leaders or people who make decisions actually communicate with the others and how they do their stuff. I will tell you just one thing, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice what leaders do to cause better cohesion in a team?
They kind of follow the leader, like
Yeah?
adhere to whatever so-and-so is saying and don't mingle with other groups and just,
Exactly.
so it's like bringing people together but really separating
Exactly.
societies and whatever as
Exactly.
a whole and creating borders that are, yeah.
This kind of way of behavior was termed as divide and rule or divide and conquer.
Mm-hmm.
It was invented many years ago in the course of history, but the whole idea of divide and conquer is, okay, I will cause cohesion and therefore maintain and increase my power by making divisions between groups of people. So I can say, we are better because we are the boys, we are better because we are Americans, we are better because, and we are better primarily because we are we and not them.
Yeah.
And that begins to not only cause a rupture between groups of people, but here's the thing. Say that, let me see if the camera will be able to see it. So say that this is one group and they have certain type of intelligence. Let's call it the triangle intelligence. Okay? And let's say that there is a different type of group that is called, that have, say, the circular intelligence. Okay? See that you're tired.
Yeah, which one is better? Can I have that one?
Okay, here is what's going to happen. Not only if I cause divide and rule, that's divide and rule,
Yeah.
are they going to, am I going to alienate them to each other? But I'm going to stop this group from getting that type of intelligence. I'm going to stop that group from getting that type of intelligence, which means that if I'm a man and I'm thinking I'm better because I'm a man, I may block myself from intelligence that ladies have. And if I'm Jewish and I think, I'm better because I'm Jewish and I'm not something else, Christian, Arab, Muslim, Buddhist, I can block myself to intelligence that actually resides in a different grouping of people. We need leadership that enhances intelligence. And part of it is by opening our mind to other options and possibilities and begin to cause cohesion, not by separating us from others, but by something else.
Okay.
We'll come to it.
All right.
Shall we call it
Yeah.
video number 1?
Yeah. So I'll get to the other questions in the next video.
So what's the next question? I'm just interested to know.
So basically, what is leadership of the new kind?
We
in this
never
new
got to speak about it in
thing,
this time.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we should speak about it.
Okay,
Okay,
next
so
one.
let me
Yeah.
just close this one.